Happy and great day, dear children. Now we are going to see Chivvy, a poem. Summary. Chivvy summary is the word Chivvy means urging someone continuously to do something. What is the meaning? Urging someone continuously to do something. Grown ups usually have the habit of asking the children to do or not to do something in order to teach them good manners. They would tell the child to speak up, not to talk while eating something, not to look fixedly at anybody, not to point, not to pick or clean the nose. Most children don't like such instructions. Grown ups also teach the young ones to say please, to keep quiet, to shut the door behind them, keep a hanky, not to drag feet, and take their hands out of their pockets. They shout at the children to pull their socks up, to stand straight, to say thank you, not to cut in, and not to rest their elbows on the table. They try to teach manners and rules of a cultured life. They also expect the children to think independently and behave nicely. Now, discuss the questions in small groups before you answer them. When is grown up likely to say this? Don't talk with your mouth full. A grown up is likely to say this when a child speaks loudly. When are you likely to be told this? Say thank you. When a child is given something, he is likely to be told say thank you. When do you think an adult would say this? No one thinks you're funny. An adult would say these words when the child is trying to catch attention. Now, the second question is the last two lines of the poem are not prohibitions or instructions. What is the adult now asking the child to do? Do you think the poet is suggesting that this is unreasonable? Why? In these lines, the adult is asking the child to behave like an adult. The adult is asking the child to behave like an adult. The poet is rightly suggesting that this is most unreasonable. The truth is that the child is not allowed to make up her or his own mind. Now, the third question is why do you think grown ups say the kind of things mentioned in the poem? Is it important that they teach children good manners and how to behave in public? Yeah, the grown ups say such things with different intentions. Many a time they are trying to teach children good manners. They tell him how to behave in public. They consider it is their duty to do so. It is very important for them. Question number 4 is if you had to make some rules for grown up to follow, what would you say? Make at least 5 such rules. Arrange the lines as in the poem. Rules for the grown-ups. If I am a child and I want to frame rules, then I'll say don't talk to your child loudly. Listen to him when he says something. Take him with you whenever you go to a party. Ask him preference about food. Don't disturb him during his favorite TV program. So it's a word wall. Grown up is elderly. With your mouth full, loudly. Stare is look long and intently. Pick your nose, put finger in your nose. Now read the following extracts and answer the questions that follow by choosing the correct options. First question is grown up say things like speak up, don't talk with your mouth full, don't stare, don't point, don't pick your nose. Now the paraphrase is it is a habit of the grown-ups to counsel the youngsters. They keep instructing the child to speak up even when the child does not want to make a reply. They further advise him not to talk loudly and that he should not stare at anything. Further, he is told not to point fingers at anybody and also never to dig his fingers on his nose. So, the instructions are given so that The children learn good manners. Who have the habit of always instructing the child? Grown ups. How far are the instructions liked by the children? They are not liked by most children. Now the second question is sit up, say please, less noise, shut the door behind you, don't drag your feet. Haven't you got a hanky? Take your hands out of your pockets. All these are the second paragraph. So word notes are sit up, sit straight, less is reduce, drag is trail on the ground, hanky is handkerchief, and the paraphrase is the elders too have certain directions to give him. They tell him to sit with the proper posture, to say please and make less noise. The child should also shut the door behind him and never drag his feet while walking. He should always have a hanky for ready use and should keep his hands out of his pocket. Now, who speaks these lines and to whom? A grown up speaks these lines. These are spoken to a child. How should one walk? One should walk without dragging one's feet. How should one stand? One stand with one's hands out of one's pocket. Now, the third paragraph, pull your socks up, stand up straight, say thank you, don't interrupt, no one thinks you're funny, take your elbows off the table. Can't you make your own mind up about anything? The word notes are socks, stockings, straight, erect, interrupt, speaking, funny is interesting, off, away, make up your mind, decide. Paraphrases, the child has to be a refined being. He should wear his socks properly and pull them up. He should stand straight and not clumsily. He should also take care to say thank you on being given something. He should never interrupt during a conversation. He should not behave in a funny manner to draw attention. He should keep his elbows off the table. At times, he should be wise enough to take his own decision. To behave in public, one needs to be well mannered. The child stops speaking when asked not to interrupt. The above lines are addressed to the children. In the above lines, the speaker is really true. Speaker does not allow liberty in any action. When there is no liberty, the child cannot make his own decision. So that's all, dear. Thank you so much.